If you have tried all sorts of curly hair products, brushes, masks, treatments and whatnot, and still your hair looks like this, not getting the results what internet shows you, then this video is for you. Namaste you gorgeous people, welcome to my channel. My name is Deepika and I make skincare and hair care videos. So make sure you subscribe. What if I tell you that to have gorgeous curly hair, you don't need to spend a fortune. It's all about maintaining a routine and techniques. So techniques, huh? I mean styling techniques. What is that? It is basically how you apply your products and what you do after that. Because how your curls look after drying totally depends upon the products you use and how you style your curls after applying them. Raking, praying, bowl method, finger coiling, shingling, there are so many ways to do it. So in this video, I'll show you a couple of these styling methods and I'll tell you which ones I do for my curly hair. And as usual, I'll not just talk about them, I'll demonstrate each one of them so that you can follow along when you try yourself. And I'll be using these cuties today. The Love Beauty and Planet's curly hair range with rice water and Angelica seed oil. These can be used by anyone with wavy or curly hair. It is not just about the great price point. The brand has created this range specially for Indian wavy and curly hair. Now I'm going to do my whole routine from scratch using these and tell you more about these. Curly hair routine usually begins with the shampoo, followed by conditioner and then styling products. If your curly hair is extremely tangled, you can also first detangle with water plus conditioner and then proceed for cleansing. This shampoo is quite thick and slimy, so keep adding water to it and it will lather up really nicely. The bonus factor here is shampoo has slip. Little bit of slip, and that's important for curly hair because it won't let your hair tangle and break further. Once rinsed off, the shampoo leaves your hair quite nourished, unlike most other shampoos. So it's definitely a good one for dry or normal scalp and frizzy hair, breakage prone hair, colored hair, dry and very rough hair. This conditioner is thick, creamy, spreads very easily, making hair very slippery and very soft. And detangling is a breeze, I must tell you. And that's something most hair brands don't understand. So good job here, Love Beauty and Planet. The fragrance in these products is beautiful. It's floral, it's fresh, and same across all the products in this range. It's little too strong for me, but you might like it. Losing hair while detangling is absolutely normal, don't worry about it. Now my hair is absolutely tangle free and ready for styling. Firstly, make sure your hair is wet. You won't be able to spread the product on dry hair, okay? If your hair strands are fine or thin, or if you have low density hair, the damp hair is the best. If your hair strands are thick like mine, then soaking wet hair is the best for you. Now pump out some leave-in conditioner, rub it between your hands and spread it on your hair like this. When you are applying the products to your hair, please do not do this. A lot of us rub the products between our hands and directly scrunch. Don't do that. It will just coat your ends heavily and the rest of the hair gets nothing. First glaze on your hair like this and then distribute it with your fingers for a whole 1 minute. This leave-in conditioner from Love Beauty and Planet is quite slippery. It makes hair soft immediately and moisturize for about 3 days. The texture is thick and creamy, but it's not oily or greasy at all. Now comes the styling part. You see these curls are feeling so soft and tangle free and moisturized. But if I stop right here, my hair would look quite messy and frizzy after drying. I need to provide personality, definition to these curls, and there are various ways to do that. First is the easiest and the most useful one called raking method. We just need our fingers for it, no brush, no tool, nothing. It's the most useful because we do it for distributing the product, for detangling our hair, for also making big juicy nice clumps. Just make sure that the hair is nice and wet. To distribute the product and untangle all knots, we just move our hands through our hair very easily, very lightly. And all the tangles are gone and all the product is distributed through the hair. And to make big juicy clumps, we just tightly run our hand through a section of hair, grabbing those hair between our fingers and look at those juicy clumps. I like this method when I'm in a rush. I don't have time to style my hair properly. This is my go-to method. It distributes and it also defines the hair. The second one is just an extension of raking method. It's called rake and shake method. We grab a section, run our fingers through that section, and at the end of that section, just before releasing it, we give a nice gentle shake to that section. And look at that section. It's looking so defined. This method just makes sure all the flyaways and frizz is settled down and the defined section is just separated from the rest of the messy hair that is yet to be defined. The third one is my favorite method and I've been doing it so much lately and it gives beautiful results every time. It's called shingling method. We define and give personality to every single clump one by one. I love this method because you can choose if you want big clumps or you want thin clumps. It's just in your hands, unlike in case of raking or using brushes. This method of course takes a lot of time as compared to other methods, and I do it when I have time. But it also keeps my curl definition last very long as compared to other styling methods. So that's why I like to spend some time on the wash day so that I don't have to spend time on other days in refreshing and other thing. And look at those clumps. I made thin, beautiful clumps. They are just so beautifully defined. The next method is not something I really like doing, but I would like to teach it, of course. It's called finger coiling. It is very similar to shingling and an extension of shingling method. You separate a bunch of hair and then roll it around your fingers from root till tips. In this method, make sure your hair is nicely saturated in water and a slippery styling product. Otherwise, it will just get tangled in your hair and will just snap. It breaks a lot of hair, that's why. And it takes a lot of time. That's why I don't really like it, and the results it gives is very spirally. It works better for wavy hair and loose curls, but for my hair it doesn't really work that well. And the time it takes considering the results, it's definitely not my favorite one, but definitely a beginner friendly one. You can give it a try if you are just starting out. The next one is just an extension of shingling and finger coiling. It's called finger rolling. It's much better than finger coiling, I feel, because the results it gives is nice and juicy clumps and little bit of shrinkage also, but not so weird fake looking hair. This is how you do it. You take a section once again just like finger coiling and shingling, and then you roll it around your first fingers and keep on rolling it till the roots, then give it a nice twist and it becomes tight, and then release it slowly. See, it gives shrinkage. It's looking quite different than other methods. And this one works great on wavy hair as well. The next one is quite famous method, the bowl method. You might have seen it around. You just need some water and a bowl. You just need to dunk your producty hair in that clean water, and the product is transferred to that water, and then you keep on dunking your hair in that water. Don't throw it away. Just keep on feeding that water, the productive water, to your hair. This works best for wavy hair, fine hair, and if you like very thick juicy clumps, this one is the one for you. See that clump. And don't disturb these clumps once you make them, whichever method you choose. The next method is brush styling. There are many ways to do it, but I choose to just use it right away, straight up that way. First I detangle all my hair, then I face all the bristles towards the roof, and then I tightly, with a lot of tension, run it through a section of my hair. I usually divide my hair in two sections you might have seen in my other videos, and that gives me big beautiful juicy clumps. That's it, as simple as that. You can also use a comb, a white tooth comb in place of this brush, but make sure you have product in your hair and you are using tension. Very tightly you are running it through the hair. I like to do quick methods, so this one works for me. The next method is for applying gel or the finishing styler, whichever you are using. So for that we usually do praying hands method to coat and seal every clump, the beautiful clumps that we made using previous methods, any of the previous methods. We are going to seal them and define them even further, giving them more hold using praying hands method. Praying hands will make sure that you do not disturb those beautiful clumps. If you look closely, it's nicely distributing all the gel throughout the length of hair, but it's not opening the clumps. That is what our aim is here. This is again my go-to method. Next one is called scrunch and palm. You just need to bring your palms together and slowly cup your hair into the palm and bring it towards your scalp and then crunch it just like that. You need to make sure you hear that sound, that squishy sound. That is the most important one. If you're not hearing that sound, that means you do not have enough water in your hair and you will end up frizzing up your hair while doing this. It's not really my preferred method now because it gives shrinkage and I avoid shrinkage. If you like shrinkage and some extra definition in your hair, definitely end your curly hair routine, your styling routine, with scrunch and pump. If you want extra hold, you can take some extra gel and scrunch it in your hair. But if you look closely, you will notice that my hair is frizzing up as I am scrunching my hair. That's why I avoid it. Plus I do not like that shrinkage, I avoid that. Now I'll tell you which styling methods I do for my curly hair. First I rake in the leave-in cream, then I drizzle some water on my hair and define my clumps using either brush or white tooth comb when I have less time, or shingling method when I have ample time. After that, by using praying hands, I apply the gel And that's all, my routine is finished. There's not even scrunching involved. And this is how it turned out. I personally love the results. It's so moisturized, so soft to touch, yet so defined. Every curl has its own personality. But how did I know these are the ones for me? So I have tried them couple of times over the years and concluded that these are the ones that work the best for my density, my texture and my pattern after trying. So you can also try them and see which one is giving you better results. There's no harm trying, right? I really hope this video was useful for you. If you wish to buy these products, I'll link them in the description box. Do check that and tell me in the comments which styling techniques you are doing currently and which ones you will change after watching this video. And if you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.